Thank you so much, Pablo. It's great to be here tonight, and we're so glad that you all could make it. I'm Donna Scheid, and I'm a volunteer with UUSJ and a member of UUSJ's Democracy Action Team. I have the privilege tonight of welcoming our speakers. Becky Harper is a board member of Common Cause North Carolina and a named party in the pivotal redistricting case concerning the balance of powers that we'll hear about tonight, Moore v. Harper. Chris Shenton is an attorney with the Southern Coalition for Social Justice who is representing on the case. Before we begin, I want to follow up with Reverend Lisa's beautiful space opening words with a few words myself, in particular about Becky, who I'm just meeting tonight, but who I adore already, and about living one's faith and values. You see, in addition to her role in this case, Becky is a longtime member of the UU Fellowship of Raleigh, North Carolina. And I, for one, am curious to learn more tonight, not only about the case, but about Becky as a fellow Unitarian Universalist. In a world increasingly divided by partisanship, by who plays for blue and what issues are thought of as red, I think of UUs as striving to work in the space of yellow. Yellow, the color of the flame, like the one that Reverend Lisa lit earlier tonight at the center of our chalice. Yellow, the t-shirts that proclaim side with love. So what do I mean by that in this context? I mean that there are principles and values that have guided us, that should guide us beyond who wins. And you'll hear some similar things to what Reverend Lisa was saying earlier. There are more than just rules of the game. There are rules of relationship, of how we choose to be in relationship with one another, not just interpersonally, but as a people, as a body politic. And these rules are fundamentally ethical. Some might say they are even matters of faith. For us as UUs and for our friends across other faiths, they include dignity, justice, equity, freedom, conscience, and dismantling racism and oppression. Yet these values are mere talking points, but for those in our faith who enact them by walking the walk, those who organize, those who serve, those who protest, those who advocate, those who witness, those who are willing to side with what they believe in, to commit their time, their resources, their private lives made public. And one of these, of course, is Becky Harper. As I understand it, serving as party to a legal case of the magnitude of Moore v. Harper is an exceptional act of witness and advocacy. It is an act of witness to this startling fact. Every election in North Carolina in the last decade was based on gerrymandered maps, maps drawn by the state legislature that were later ruled unconstitutional, either on the basis of race or partisanship. Computer-aided line drawing is the precision instrument of our age of redistricting that makes this age like no other, even in recent history. In other words, not only are the foxes in charge of the hen house, but they have the algorithms that can ensure that they remain perpetually in charge of the hen house. Furthermore, in North Carolina, the people cannot pursue state-level referendum, and the governor has no power of veto over legislature-drawn maps. What does this mean? The courts are a singular recourse, an essential check in protecting the rights of the people to meaningfully choose those who represent them. Becky's role in this case and that of her lawyers is also an act of advocacy. They insist that in our United States, people should matter over politics. They insist that that fundamental system of checks and balances that our founders devised to protect our essential rights and liberties, including our right to choose who represents us, should endure. Make no mistake, this case will make history, and our political future, as it either confirms or erodes the fundamentals of our political relationships. It is because of these stakes that UUSJ is pleased to have signed on as an amicus to Moore v. Harper and to welcome those here tonight who are so central to its outcome. I'd like to turn the floor over to our guests, Becky Harper and Chris Shelton.